Psalm 119:71 says, "It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes." This is one of those verses where the psalmist looks back at pain and sees it differently than in the moment, and won the unlikely gift of affliction. The psalmist calls affliction good, not because it's pleasant. Affliction often brings loss, disappointment, or hardship, but because of what it produced, a deeper relationship with God. The verse suggests that sometimes the greatest spiritual breakthroughs come in the furnace of difficulty. 2. Affliction as a spiritual classroom. The second half of the verse tells us the purpose, that I might learn thy statutes. Here, statutes refers to God's decrees, his unchanging truth. Affliction has a way of stripping away self-reliance and pushing us toward God's word, not merely to read it, but to live it. This turns suffering into a teacher, not one we would choose, but one we often need. Last of the perspective shift. From a human perspective, pain is something to escape. From a faith perspective, pain can be something God redeems. The psalmist isn't romanticizing suffering, but recognizing that it became a turning point, the very thing that rooted them more deeply in God's truth. Dewey 4, takeaway for us, Psalm 119:71, challenges us to see trials through the lens of God's purposes. When we're in the middle of hardship, it's easy to ask, why me? But this verse invites us to ask, what is God teaching me through this? Sometimes the lesson isn't fully visible until we look back and realize the hardship was a tool God used to shape our character, deepen our faith, and anchor us more firmly in His Word.